Hello, and welcome to Building Online Community with Emerging Technologies. I am your facilitator, Michelle Pacansky-Brock, and I'm going to take just a few moments here to introduce you to the design of our course. I know that when you get oriented to any new online course, you usually feel like you're walking around in a home that you've never been in before, trying to figure out just where things are and how to find your way around. So let's take just a few minutes to talk about the way I have this course organized, and hopefully this will save you some time this week because I know that there's a lot to get familiarized with. I hope you're excited about getting started. I think that you're really going to love what you are about to learn here. So for those of you who are new to Moodle, this may be perhaps more important to you than to some of the others who have some more experience with Moodle. Moodle looks very different on the inside than some of the other course management systems, particularly Blackboard, which was the one I was used to before I started using Moodle. And when you come into Moodle, you may feel a little lost if you're used to Blackboard, because usually with Blackboard, what you see are buttons over on the left-hand side that you click on to get into your content. So with Moodle, you don't have that, and instead you're taken to a main page, which you see. This is our course main page, and Moodle lays out your content kind of like a table of contents inside of a book. That's a good analogy. And when I was getting started with Moodle, someone made that analogy for me, and it made a light bulb go off inside my head. And I thought, okay, that's a good tip for anyone getting started. So what you're seeing here is the page that you'll be greeted with every time you come into our course. And up at the top here is just a little welcome blurb from me with some key links to get you started. Now, some of the stuff you're going to be interested in this first week, you've already seen the course guide. In addition to how to get professional development credit, I hope you've checked that out. This is the course design tutorial, which you're seeing now, so you've obviously seen that link. This is just a page, tells you a little bit more about me and how to get a hold of me. My email address, my all-important email address is here. My phone number, I regularly use Skype. If you'd like to Skype me, if that's a tool that you use, you're welcome to contact me that way. And some information about my background that I've shared with you. So going back to the information at the top here before we go into our content, this is very important. The way I'll be communicating with you throughout our course will be divided into 4 weekly units that will appear down below. This is our first weekly unit titled Introduction to Online Community, and that's where all of our content will appear divided into these weekly units. You'll get your assignments and all of the really fun and intriguing tools that we'll be jumping into each week will be shared with you in each of those units. However, if I need to communicate with you between the beginning of each week, I will be doing that in this area here called the News Announcements Forum. So this is just a general news announcements forum. If there's something that I feel like all of you need to hear from me, I will post post an announcement here in this forum. And what I want to point out is that it says right here, this forum forces everyone to be subscribed. What that means is that I have set this forum up so that everybody has been subscribed to it. So anytime I post something here, you are going to automatically receive the message from me also in email form. So whatever email you have linked into your profile for Moodle, you're going to get a copy from it, a copy of the news announcement that I post also in that email. So if you're wondering why I'm emailing stuff to you, that's why. I chose to do it just to be sure that we all stay on the same page. It's really important when I share things, and if I just put them in there in the news announcements, there's really no way for me to guarantee that you're going to be seeing them, because there will be a lot in this class that we'll be doing outside of Moodle. So it's really important that I force subscribe you to ensure that we stay in touch about particular content items. And the next forum that you see here is called a Q&A forum. And this is an area for you to share questions about the course. So as we move forward, if there are things that you need help with, if there are things that you feel like you're not getting enough clarity on, things that you want more information about, or issues that you just need some resolution on, come on into the Q&A forum and go ahead and post them here. Anything course related, go ahead and post a question here. And I'm really encouraging other students to stay in touch with what's going on in the Q&A forum, and also to answer questions as well. That's going to be a big part of building community, so that we can work together and rely upon each other to answer questions. But I want you to notice that you have not been force subscribed to this forum. If you'd like to subscribe, you just open up the forum and click on that button that says subscribe to this forum, and you can do that on your own. So that's how that's going to operate throughout the course. So moving down into our first unit, Introduction to Online Community, each unit will look similar. It will have a title. There'll be a brief description of what we'll be covering in that unit. And then below that, the first thing you will always see, it'll say Week 1 Summary, Introduction to Online Community. And if you click there, a new window will pop up with your learning objectives and your list of assignments for the week. That's just a static window of content for you to refer to and kind of keep track of what your assignments are. So that's a good, real simple way to check in at the beginning of each unit and be sure that you're clear about what you'll be learning and exactly what your assignments are. And then down below is where you access those assignments and all of the content related to them. The second thing that you will find within each of the 4 learning units will be a video announcement from me. So the next thing under the summary will always be a video announcement. Now this will be a video announcement that I'll record live for each week. So it will always be connected to our very fresh content and everything that's happening within our class. We'll be talking a lot about how important video is in terms of building community, and you'll get to know me better through my video announcements. And I want you to think about that and think about how that adds more social presence to the class and helps you connect a little bit more with the content that you're learning about. So those are 2 things that will stay consistent with every learning unit. And then from there, we'll have a quick poll, usually just a real quick question that I'll ask you. And then we'll move into usually a book of some type that I have written, reflecting on some of the content that we'll be going through for the week, reviewing some of the online learning literature, and digging into some of the online tools that we'll be learning about. And lots of really interesting information that we'll be going through. Okay, so that's the way the course is organized. Over here on the right is just a real simple calendar, and down below are some upcoming events. The upcoming events will just highlight things that are due for you. So hopefully that'll help you stay on top of your due dates. And if anything looks confusing or not correct, you are always welcome to ask a question or a Q&A forum, or you can always shoot me an email about that as well. I hope that was helpful, and I look forward to getting to know each and every one of you, and have a great class.